so interesting to see how Trump is clapping back. Makes those stupid shoes.
More shelters, more homes and stuff like that. You can't just ban it and be like, okay, where the people gonna go?
Hi guys, and welcome back to Disparities TV. Happy spring. Spring has sprung. Birds are chirping. Bees are buzzing. Feeling good about it.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks probably since the last time this episode will air. We're not doing a good job of being consistent. Not at all.
We missed a week, I think.
Yeah, we missed a week.
Our goal is once a week. I think that's okay.
Yeah, and what I'm going to try doing is I might start streaming when we can feel that we're going to miss a week, and then I'm just going to stream, and then that will count for our I guess show for the week. It's just sometimes during the week it gets hectic with our schedules being different, so...
Yeah, we're like complete opposite schedules.
Yeah. Yeah, her weekend's in the middle of the week, so it's not really ideal. But, I guess we can hop right into it.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching Instagram the other day, and there was this video showing all the world's health experts by country. I guess it's not all of them, but the big country's health experts. So let's look at this video and then we'll kind of react because it's kind of.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I mean, I expected the U.S. to maybe be like that, but there's some other countries on there that I would not expect, but those people are in control of our health.
I think it's just a laughing joke. I mean, I don't really know. People, I wouldn't say you're not qualified because there's a reason they're at that level, I'm assuming. But it's hard to...
I don't know.
It's hard to even comprehend the video because America is obese, the U.S. is obese, but
so are these other
to
countries.
have that be our health expert as well is just kind of.
And it's not like I said. Those are a bunch. There's a few other countries on there. So when you're hiring these people, who's hiring these? Like these are people who are clearly not voted in. So it's like.
And it's like, what can you show me? What can you prove? What's the screening to be the health expert?
You know, if you went to any American public school, I feel like we need to put the person who's in charge of our health through the PACER test. You know that PACER?
Yeah.
And they better get past the third round.
It's kind of like, I get the same feeling I get is when I used to work in a gym and train in a gym, and when guys bigger than me or fat, basically, will come up to me and be like, oh, you can only lose a couple more pounds and you'll be all right. Or try to show me how to do something that I already know how to do. I feel like it's the same feeling I get. It's kind of like, what? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to look at that and not be mean. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. Well, I don't know. I feel like the weight in that subject is so sensitive, especially nowadays. But my opinion is also very harsh on the topic, so I try not to share that much about my opinion on the topic, especially seeing that video. I feel like
that video triggers you?
Yeah, I'm triggered right now. It's very hard. It's like when you're in PE and your coach is fat, and it's like, what are you gonna? Why are you telling me to run?
I had a lot of fat PE teachers.
I know, but it was, and I love them. So, but yeah, I don't know.
I guess it is though because they're physical education.
The topic of being obese in America is a very harsh topic that has harsh opinions. I feel like weight has harsh opinions, especially nowadays with, what are people replying underneath that post like. Don't fat shame. Body positivity, anybody can do and talk about health, I don't know. Ugh.
Here, we'll go to the comment section. I'll show you, maybe you should be able to find some. Okay, never mind, it's not button. Let's just skip that. We're not going to the comment section because that's
you go to the comment.
Yeah, go to the comment section. And
Tell me how you feel.
Maybe I'll edit in some that I find but right now it's hard to access Instagram off a computer for some reason. You'd think they would make the Instagram layout better for a computer, but next topic is kind of a weird transition. Ron DeSantis signs law banning homeless people from sleeping in public places. People experiencing homelessness in Florida will be banned from sleeping overnight on streets, on sidewalks, and in parks under a law signed this week by Governor Ron DeSantis. This is a very gray area because you don't want them sleeping in like on the sidewalk and stuff. But if you're gonna do this, then you need to start offering more shelters, more homes and stuff like that. You can't just ban it and be like, okay, where the hell are these people gonna go?
I feel like I was looking at some of the responses. I was looking at some of the responses, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, residents are probably very happy about this law being passed, but at some line, you're kind of like, are we gonna help them? Or we're just gonna push them aside. And also, where are they supposed to go now? And are we just gonna arrest them all the time when they do that and have a jail full of homeless people? Because I feel like that's not good to have a jail full of homeless people. I mean, I'm not in the law, but like I feel like it's kind of counteractive because when they get released, they're going back on the street.
Okay, let me roll back my. So this was an article that you gave me. I did not read it yet. DeSantis' office said homeless people would be placed in temporary shelters monitored by law enforcement agencies. I guess that's a little better, but still, what are these facilities like? I mean, I always question government interference, because I lived in LA. We don't want those homeless cities like LA and San Francisco have there, but these people need places to go, and they're going to help them go to shelters. But
I mean, yeah, at a certain point, the homelessness is a problem, but kind of on both ends. Where am I supposed to go? And then it's like, we live here, we reside here. This is our residence. We don't want you on the streets. It's kind of a bad look for the community, but it's like.
Okay, want me to read this one part real quick? It says the designated campsites are required under the bill to provide resources for substance abuse and mental health treatment, and maintain restrooms and running water. People living at such a site will be prohibited from using drugs or alcohol. So
they either do well or it doesn't, and they can't keep it clean.
What is it? 95% of homeless people are probably strung out on drugs or have alcohol addiction. So,
I mean, I would be afraid to go in one of those camps.
Yeah,
I feel like
so
it'll take them off the street, but it'll also group them together. And if you're kind of stupid if you think they're not going to be doing drugs in those facilities.
Yeah,
but at least they're off the streets.
At least it's a step in the right direction. Maybe. I feel like we're going to see if this works in the next year or so. In a year from now, if there's less homeless people are getting back on their feet, then we're going to be like, holy crap, Ron DeSantis was right. But if it just turns into putting all the homeless people in these half-house situations where they're just getting strung out in a Motel 8 that's now government provided to them, that's going to be even worse. So I'm interested.
Probably the easiest.
All right, next topic. We cut a little bit out right there. Boeing. The next topic is a very interesting one because a couple weeks ago, everyone heard about the Boeing whistleblower guy. Those doors blowing off of Boeing. This week or last week, Boeing whistleblower John Barnett found dead in the U.S. You know what's crazy about this? When you hear the story, it sounds very conspiracy. But then when you even dive deeper and understand that Boeing asked him to stay an extra day for the hearing, and he originally didn't want to, and he texted family members that he didn't want to, but said they are asking him to do it, and was kind of forced to do it. Not forced, but basically forced to. And then he's found dead the next day. That is the most
interesting fact was, first of all, found dead by suicide, I think. Then he also told his family if he was found dead by suicide, it wasn't a suicide. But it, like you said, it sounds like a conspiracy theory, but I feel like everything this deep into the law always sounds like a conspiracy theory, and some people can believe it because I mean this is probably true. I believe this story, and I feel like all the backtracks and how Boeing freaking sucks and how the doors fell off the airplane, and then they went back and said they were missing a piece, and they knew about the piece that was missing, which is bizarre, but like those planes with people still went in the air. Plane and the doors flew off, which is expected to happen when you don't have bolts on your door, which is bizarre.
Yeah, loose bolts on the door.
Loose bolts was checked. They knew about it. You know what I mean? So I feel like it all goes back to, like, everything in law is, like, kind of unbelievable to, like, a certain stance. But I feel like it's, if you believe in the other side, I feel like the story makes sense. And it's kind of on the point. Like, I feel like they answer all the questions. He told his family he was found dead by suicide. Wasn't true. Bowen asked him to stay an extra day. Ends up dead. Showing all the secrets that Boeing obviously doesn't want anyone to know about. And I feel like it's just a freaking snowball effect with this plane company. And this plane company doesn't ever make me want to fly in the sky. It's scary.
No, and then it doesn't help that they had that Netflix documentary.
Yeah.
Like, what was that, a year or two ago? And then they had...
And rest in peace to John, by all means, but, like, there's people like him that need to speak out to show how corrupt these businesses are, and then when they do, they get killed. So it's kind of counteractive.
It's like
now who's going to speak out?
But it's like who orders these hits if it's not a suicide? Like it is like the executives at Boeing, like, do they just like, oh, we need to kill this man and then risk their lives behind bar? Like, how, like, if this is actually Boeing assassinating a whistleblower, who's involved? Or is it like someone who's like mid-management that just wants to murder people and is like, you know what, I'm going to be a Boeing hitman without telling anyone and get rid of all of our enemies.
Every time there's a story like this, I always go back to, like, the TV shows where they hire a killer to do their killing for them that should be in jail, but he's not in jail. Because there's people like that out there, I think, that are, like, being bought by the law. That
like mercenaries?
That are out there just killing people they want killed. You know, maybe it's just it's an easy write-off, just like that.
The tax write-off?
His life, yeah.
No,
it's an easy write-off. Oh, he's getting in the way? Boom.
And I'm not really sure how he got killed. Do we know how he got killed? Sorry,
I think, I don't want to say I think.
A former Boeing employee known for raising concerns about the firm's production standards has been found dead in the U.S. John Burnett worked at Boeing for more than 30 years before retiring in 2017. In the days before his death, he had been given evidence in a whistleblower lawsuit against the company. Boeing said it was saddened to hear Mr. Burnett's passing. Oh yeah, we're so sad the guy that was trying to take down our company's dead.
30 years. He gave his life for 30 years.
It's said the 62-year-old man died from a self-inflicted wound on March 9th, and police were investigating. Mr. Burnett had worked in the U.S. Giant until his retirement in 2017 on health grounds. Let me see. I kind of want to read this whole article. I'm trying to get to fitting a submarine part. In 2019, he's been whistleblowing for years. Mm-hmm. In 2019, he's a blower. In 2019, Mr. Barnett told the BBC that under pressure, workers had been deliberately fitting substandard parts to aircraft on the production line. He also said that he uncovered serious problems with oxygen systems, which could mean 1 in 4 breathing masks would not work in an emergency. What the hell? So when those things coming down and you put them on your face,
1 in 4.
If you're in a family of 4, one of you guys are fucked. Damn. I'm trying to see like if it has a little, because we watched this on Breaking Points, so we know a little bit more.
That's also 30 years to a company is like, Jesus, that's a lifetime to be devoting yourself and your time to this company that, if it's true, did kill him because he started talking about how corrupt this company was, which is...
It's crazy. It's either a super
30
odd
years?
fluke. We just watched we didn't even finish it, but the octopus murders. It seems something like that.
Yeah, it does.
Where,
And it's
but I don't know. You can go.
it's either one or the other. What, he got overwhelmed because he wanted to leave, and then he self-inflicts a wound that kills himself. That kills him. I don't know.
Right.
Sounds cuckoo to me.
And he died from self-inflicted wounds. But the next topic we're going to talk about is one thing that Lexi found, and it's guys in Buckhead, Georgia, getting drugged and stuff stolen from them. And it's not one guy; it's multiple guys. So we're going to react to a video that NBC did, or NBC, one of the two, and let's see how it goes.
I woke up in my apartment the next day and my phone, my wallet, had a Rolex watch stolen. I had some jewelry from my apartment and an iPad stolen as well.
In addition, he says almost $15,000 was spent or removed from his accounts. But John isn't alone. According to Atlanta police, other men have reported similar experiences of being drugged at a Buckhead bar and their phone and credit cards stolen.
This is organized crime. This is people actively preying like a predator.
In response, APD sent us the following statement. While we are not at a point of releasing details on each of these investigations, I can tell you these are cases we take seriously, and our investigators are committed to finding who is responsible and apprehending them. Investigators have identified one suspect and have secured warrants for their arrest.
Okay. Ooh, this hits me. Okay, because if you don't know, I grew up in Roswell, Georgia. If you don't know, I grew up in Roswell, Georgia, and I grew up going down to Buckhead. Underage, drinking, going on to clubs and bars, all that good
Drugging
stuff.
people.
And then
I'm joking.
And then I moved on to the Buckhead area after, a couple years after, and I literally saw the crime rate increase while living in Atlanta, which is stupid bizarre.
I saw it increase the 3 years I lived there.
It turned from being a good city, I would say, to a scary town at night. And don't get me wrong, love Buckhead, love Atlanta in the daytime. At night, I can't speak for it because I refuse to go out at night, not surrounded by a group of friends. Because, I completely agree that this guy was drugged. I completely agree that all of them were drugged. It's probably true. I think that bar that they mentioned and the neighbor to that bar, both of those bars, that whole strip right there, if you know what I'm talking about, is horrible. I've gotten drugged there. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is my coming out story. I've gotten drugged at one of those bars.
Too.
And it's interesting because some people are like, oh, you drank too much, and it's like, no, I was drugged. I had one drink and then, won't get into all my details, but wake up in an abandoned house.
So it's not her coming out story.
Wake up in an abandoned house with none of my belongings is scary, terrifying. When you go downtown expecting to have a good time, have a drink in your hand. Literally, I put this in to talk about because it's funny because it reminded me of Miami Spring Break, them canceling it. But it is dangerous, and I feel like life in general, nightlife and all that stuff, is so much more dangerous than when we used to go out. I'm 25. When I used to go out when I was a kid, younger, when I was, a couple years back, I used to go out. I feel like it was a lot more safer, per se, than now. I think the crime rates and the fact that they can get away with it, bars in Atlanta, so often and so easy, of course they're racking those up. It's interesting to see them going after men, because usually, in my experience, it's just a bunch of women.
That's who you targeted?
No, that's stories that I've heard personally. It's only been from women. And for them to be going after guys now is crazy. But if you go out in Atlanta, be safe. Because it is happening. Those things happen all the time. I'm glad that they're finally cracking down. I think they said that's somebody in custody. Yeah. The sad part is it's not one person. It's probably the bar, the actual establishment, the people behind the bar. Because if it's happening back to back to back to back to all the time, You know what I mean? It's not just one person. There has to be a gang. There's people writing down what they get. There's probably a black
You know a lot about this.
Do you know how it feels to be drugged?
Yeah, I do. I know.
Oh, you got drugged.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've gotten people have gotten drugged before. It's not funny. It's pretty scary. I hope you never have to go through that. Thank the Lord, nothing, sexually has happened. Nothing sexually happened to me, but some of these people, no. But none of these people. Some of these people, I think they said they were violated. I don't know. I didn't read all of their stories, but that they were violated. Waking up in your apartment without your Rolex and a couple things missing.
Did you get your Rolex next?
No, I got... My wallet was gone. My phone was gone. I'm going to have, flashbacks. It's I'm getting hot. Yeah, but that sucks. I remember vividly. I was with my friend... and we go down to Atlanta to meet some of our other friends, and we have one drink, and I'm donezo, to the point where all I remember is walking out of the bar and turning around and seeing myself leaving and thinking, oh, fuck, and then lights out. That's it. Wake up the next morning. So be safe out there, folks. Always have a buddy in hand.
A buddy?
Check your drinks. Don't bring stupid things downtown that is an easy target to get stolen. It's cool to be popping off with your jewelry and stuff, but there's a time and place for the real stuff. Wear your fake gold going downtown. I don't know, but do better.
So wear your fake, that's her advice. Wear your fake jewelry, and if you get robbed, it won't matter.
It won't matter.
All right. The next topic is people... okay, I don't know why people fall for this after the Fire Festival. People got tricked into thinking that this one person was going to put on a Willy Wonka experience, and it turns into a disaster. We'll react to a little bit of...
Sure, Willy Wonka's chocolate factory is a world of pure imagination.
There's no life I know to compare with pure imagination.
But organizers who tried to recreate the colorful candy scene from the movie in what was advertised as Willy's chocolate experience, more or less delivered a Fire Festival cheese sandwich.
My little girl, she's only 4. She was dressed up as Willy Wonka, and she was quite disappointed.
Parents and ticket holders like this dad were stunned to see what was promised, like in these ad photos, was anything but. Turns out the location in Scotland where this event was being held was sparsely decorated, a few balloons and things.
My 2 oldest boys, they found it funny. They laughed it off.
Organizers wrote an apology on Facebook that has since been deleted, saying they would offer refunds. This is Inside Edition Digital.
Imagine paying and getting there. But okay, so if you know anything about generative AI, those pictures clearly look like they were made by an AI. Yeah, if I saw a picture like that being advertised, I'd be like, this is a scam. But that just shows you not many people understand AI and what generative AI looks like, and so they're getting fooled by BS like this.
Okay. Why are there people walking around and enjoying the entertainment?
Yeah, some people are still taking pictures.
I want to walk in and go home.
No, I'm not going through. I'm going straight to the person who's in charge, and I don't know how many kids,
how
much
should
it cost?
I feel like that's a sex trafficking on the low. Something bad was planned and going on there. How can you confidently work in a place that looked like that for a Willy Wonka event?
I know
that is a basement.
Who work in there.
It's a warehouse with bubbles up. That is so crazy. And then they post an apology. Oh, we will give your money back. We'll offer refunds.
Okay. Good news. It was only $45.
$45.
Only $45, but
for
still.
For a family of 4?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's expensive if you're going with you and yourself, or you and yourself, yourself and one other person. It's not too bad. You're out $90. They were forced. Oh my God! The name of the organizers is called House of Illuminati.
Oh my gosh.
The organizers, House of Illuminati, were reportedly forced to issue more than 800 refunds to upset guests. Who's going to an event that's put on by House of Illuminati?
You know what's terrifying? Mom and dads, I'm disappointed in you, mate.
Oh
I
my
cannot
God.
believe you took your child to a fake Willy Wonka event hosted by the Illuminati. I mean, like, God, I love you, Mom. I mean, I feel like you're a little cuckoo, but not that cuckoo. Like, Jesus.
Oh
I
my
feel like you
God.
can put 1 and 2 together if you read about the... Like, and the images are so bad. They look like they're... Whew. There's not much to say about that,
Yeah,
but
look at
like,
here's some more
holy-
pictures. I'll just make sure to show them the man.
The food.
Oh no, this was the Fire Festival. That was not their food. They're people are comparing it to the Fire Festival.
How do these people get away with that? Like,
Well, they were. If any, like, House of Illuminati, like, that is like. If I saw someone that the only way I would go to a House of Illuminati event is if it was like a EDM concert or something like that. But any other type of venue, like a Willy Wonka experience,
Willy Wonka, hosted by House of Illuminati, does not sound
the
good.
chocolate's made out of blood. Okay, next topic. Oh man.
I'm disappointed in your mom and dad. I'm literally like, what the fuck, Mom? Jesus.
All right, next one's the big one. Trump social media company will go public as DWAC shareholders approve merger. Shareholders in Digital World Acquisition Corp voted Friday to approve a merger with Donald Trump's social media company, a deal that could net the former president an eventual windfall of $3 billion or more. The vote by the DWA shareholders comes about 2.5 years after the so-called Special Purpose Acquisition Company announced plans to merge with Trump's Media and Technology Corp, the private firm that owns the True Social app. All right. You could say anything you want about Donald Trump, but this is pretty brilliant in the sense of not having to pay legal fees.
Pretty badass, I'll tell you that.
I don't know about
And
badass.
what did it say? No, I think it is. I mean, what does it say? It goes back and it says he doubled his
Oh, yeah.
what he's worth.
Let me see if I can pull that up.
Within a day.
Yeah, he literally quadrupled, like double his worth in a day with this merger because the company, he owns 60% of the Trump Media company, and then when they merge with this company, they will be worth, I think it was $5 billion. So, Trump would have nearly 80 million shares in the merged company. Man.
It's so interesting to see how Trump is clapping back at like the world makes those stupid shoes.
He makes those shitty
does
shoes.
This
And
is exciting.
This is on the next level, though. This is.
What is it, March? It's only March. I feel like he's going to be doing a lot
So the
more
company
stuff.
has decreased in value by 14% since the merger was announced. But this is once it's gone through. You know the diehard Republicans are just going to buy the stock because it's his. Or diehard Trump fans, because I don't even like to call them Republicans, are just going to buy the stock to inflate the price because anything's going to help him. And you never know. Maybe it will balance each other's out because there's probably going to be people that sell because of Trump. But this is... It seems like every time you think something happens in his favor. Like, this... I don't even know
That's
how
what
to
I'm saying.
explain
It's
it.
only March, and I'm excited to see how the year unfolds with Mr. Trump because he is
You're calling him Mr. Trump.
Mr. Trump. So, I mean, he's making moves.
And
He's like, oh, you think I'm gonna go bankrupt? Like,
yeah, it's like, okay, you want me to pay these bills? Well, guess what? I'm gonna make double my net worth, pay these bills. It just,
and blow you a kiss.
it's so crazy because it's like, it's the things that go his way. It's almost as if like it's all fake in the first place. So many things go his way.
Yeah,
It's
like
like was this not real, or were the Democrats completely lying? But then it's like, okay, well then this makes kind of sense of how like he did own that company, so he's not trying to pay out of pocket for the legal fees. So what does he do? He merges his company with another company and makes double. It's such a weird time to live in.
I know.
I don't really get it. This is probably, if this goes through, is gonna make people go crazy. His base is just gonna go crazy over this. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, he can easily pay off $500 million cap. Now people, CNBC, they do say like it will be hard for him to access the money. But what people don't realize, Elon Musk does this, Bezos does this, but now he has shares in this company. He's now going to be able to get loans against his shares. And what billionaires do, instead of selling their shares with other companies, for example, Elon Musk, instead of selling his Tesla shares, he goes to banks who gives him loans. So that way he only has to pay like maybe a 10 to 15% interest on the loan instead of a 60% capital, income tax from, what's it called, selling the stocks and whatnot. Which, this is crazy. This is so. I might need to do a full video on how this how this whole debacles go down. This is like such a weird time in history. Imagine kids in 50 years learning about this. Oh yeah, president, ex-president, and then what if he wins? You know how crazy.
Yeah.
History 50 years from now. Yeah. Ex-president gets charged, might go to jail, but then guess what? Then he wins the presidential election. Like, whoa.
Oh, what if he wins?
Now, this also could help my case and everyone else's case of RFK going in. I'm still RFK till I die, but this is definitely a very interesting thing. But so the last thing is hot takes. Do you have any hot takes for the week? I didn't write one down this week, so I'm gonna have to think one.
I'm so bad at hot takes. I think what's the definition of a hot take?
It's like something where you truly believe in it. So you truly believe in something where that's like against the status quo. So, like for instance, my hot take could be I hate Girl Scout cookies. They suck. They are artificially sweet. I'm not saying this is me, but that would be a hot take because everyone loves Girl Scout cookies. Now you get the concept of a hot take.
Yeah, I know, but I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't know
Girl
if I
Scout
have. I don't
cookies?
know if No, I love Girl Scout.
Oh, okay.
Damn it. Anyway, don't talk about Girl Scout cookies. I was gonna be like, damn, I haven't had a Girl Scout cookie in
Yeah.
But
Me either.
I think it's Girl Scout season.
I think
anyway. I don't think I'm good at hot takes. I don't know if I have a lot. Like, I don't know if I'm a hot taker.
Hot taker. I had one, I feel like, but then I just lost it. Let's see.
do have a little, maybe not inspiration, but I'm thinking about something because remember how I told you the other day I was like, my brain hurts? You probably don't remember, but I woke up one day and I was like, my brain hurts. And because I woke up anxious and I could differentiate myself and how I wanted to feel than how my brain was pushing out like all these emotions and feelings. I freaking woke up and I was like, all right, I need a sack. My brain's freaking on 1,000 and I feel like I'm aware and I'm able to be like, okay, I need to sit down. I need to meditate. I need to work out before I kind of face the world. And back in the day, if that would happen to me, I might have not done those things in order to feel better to face the world. And I kind of would have just sat in that mess and probably sat in that mess all day, which I still do sometimes, but it's good and it's okay to feel all those emotions. But I hope you have something for yourself that allows those emotions to calm down and flow easily and makes you more present throughout your day, because I feel like at the end of the day, we're kind of just our mind and then what we can do with our minds, like the good and bad that your mind thinks and projects and all this stuff. They're just thoughts, and you can choose what to do with those thoughts and how to use those thoughts, good or bad. But yeah, if you're mentally, wherever you are, having a bad day, having a good day, just breathe and love yourself and do the work to understand your mind. Because, I mean, I woke up and I was like, I'm probably going to have a bad day. Then I was like, no, my mind wants me to have a bad day. Switch it off. And then you switch it off. Damn, good day. But anyway, 2 cents.
My hot
Food
take.
for thought.
My hot take. Girl Scout peppermint cookies are absolutely trash. That's my hot take. They are so bad. Like, who actually likes peppermint cookies? Like, as their favorite Girl Scout cookie. Like, they were so bad. I literally, like, I don't like anything sweet, like peppermint patties. Disgusting.
I hate those.
Oh, so but you like peppermint cookies?
I don't think so.
Boom. That's a hot take. I'm sticking to it because I like the smelling ones. I think they're called the circle with the coconut on top.
Mm-hmm.
Even the peanut butter ones. My hot take might be Girl Scout cookies are a little overrated. Actually, I actually made that one up. But
Hot take, fast food's overrated, okay?
that's not a hot take.
It's not overrated.
A lot of people think people just get it for convenience. Yeah, she's not good at this hot take thing. She just says things that everyone else thinks. Sugar's bad for you. Hot take. No, everyone thinks that.
Hot take, I think breakfast foods are stupid sometimes. And the people that
that's a
say,
good hot take.
oh, why are you eating a burger at 10 a.m.? Because I can, and it's food, and it doesn't matter what you put into your body at certain times. It's still food, fuel food. Still the same thing, still going to the same places. I could have a pancake at 8 p.m. Could be my breakfast, but switched around. I don't know.
Wait, but you said you don't like breakfast food.
I don't like breakfast foods.
But then why would you have a pancake at 8
It
p.m.?
was just an example. Don't
that's-
like breakfast foods. Breakfast foods don't matter.
You know you're supposed to
should-
believe your actual hot takes.
Yeah. Breakfast. Stop worrying so
You
much
make
about
them waffles
breakfast.
all the time. You love breakfast food. This is not...
No, I mean I go through stages of loving breakfast food, but
But that is a hot take of mine. I am not a big... I prefer lunch and dinner meals over breakfast. You're just giving me my hot
I like
takes.
a good egg sometimes. Little bacon, egg,
You
and
just...
cheese.
Alright, well,
Little
Lexi
bacon
needs
arugula.
to...
What's your favorite bagel? If you respond to anything to this video, tell me your
Ooh.
favorite bagel. Bacon, arugula, tomato, salt, pepper, oregano,
That's not
olive oil, mayo.
That's a
On an
sandwich.
everything bagel. That's the bagel.
That was the answer that everyone was waiting for. The everything bagel. Everything else in between is not a bagel. That's just part
What's
of
your
the
favorite bagel sandwich?
There you go. Because I was waiting until I'm like, none of this is a bagel.
Everything bagels or die. Are you eating plain?
Everything bagel or
Because if you are,
like a Asiago was
Asiago?
and then Panera has that cinnamon one that's really fire too.
oh, that's a dessert. The cinnamon
Still a
crunch
bagel.
bagel from
Still a
it's not a
bagel,
bagel.
though.
It's dessert. Everything bagels till I die. If you're eating plain, I can get with the blueberry. I can get with the poppy seed maybe, but if you're eating plain, you can't hang. I don't know. Insert something mean in your mind.
I have a hot take for next week that I think I'm gonna wait to keep till next
Plain
week.
bagels suck. Is that?
Everyone on the West Coast are gonna hate this one. I lived in LA. I understand what my hot take's gonna affect
What
people.
is it?
I can't tell. I'll tell you off camera. Because I don't want to waste my hot takes. Because that was kind of hard to figure it out. But I'll tell you off camera.
Okay, bye.
So, all right. So see you guys next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And hopefully I might stream next week, depending if we're gonna shoot a podcast or not, and might do a single video or solo video.
Hot take question mark?
All right.
Comment below.
Peace.